Okay, so let's just start with actually drawing in some beautiful sunshine. We have sunshine where we are and just feeling those rays because we never know when that rain is going to come. And even though we need the rain is good for all of our vegetation and growing and temperature control. It's still, we just love the sun. So let's just draw that sun into our bodies. So we're just nice and relaxed and energized by the light of the sun. And as we draw that sun in, we can feel the energy of its rays and we can notice our mind body connection. We notice just drawing in the imagination of rays of sun. When we make that mind body connection, we notice our energy increases, no matter how small, which gives us that understanding that we have that power, we have that choice to call in some energy through different ways because it's locked into our imagination. We've all experienced it. It's inside of us, and we can call it up when we need the energy. As does our breath, which we usually begin with the breath because that is our power. It's our power to inhale energy and exhale things we don't need. So inhaling our energy and wrapping the sun around us, and then exhaling things we don't need. Because we all breathe in energetically things that aren't necessarily what we need in the moment. We might absorb someone else's energy. We might absorb a collective energy if we're around a lot of people. So even we may head out to the store just on an everyday errand. And we were walking mindfully to the store and feeling and taking in everything that's in our surroundings. We open the door to the store and there can be some frenetic activity. Immediately, we start to absorb it unless we are intentional about staying within that zone. And it's the same when we are around others who change the energy that we have met them with. Sometimes we can change their energy just by coming in. Maybe they're not in a good mood or not feeling well. And we actually can affect their energy through a nice smile, kind words, appreciations. We can affect their energy. And it can be vice versa. We can be in that pleasant, calm mood and we meet someone whose energy is very low. We can absorb that, but we can also prevent ourselves from absorbing too much. And the way we do that is through intention, through being mindful of what is in our awareness. And so if I want to maintain my energy, I have to understand that I have choice if someone is going to be in my presence to change it. I can stay and try to influence the energy through my smiles, kind words, and appreciations. Or I can notice the energy in myself has shifted. And so my choice is to stay or to walk away from that energy. It's not always possible, though, because maybe it's someone we have to interact with in that moment, or maybe it's a boss or a person we work with or a family member who's wanting us to help them in some way. And when someone is seeking help, sometimes their energy is a lot lower than ours. And for some people, it is very easy to absorb that challenging energy. In order to keep it at bay, we can stop and drop into our breath. Maybe closing our eyes more momentarily to just center ourselves, almost like an athlete getting ready to compete. You often see them closing their eyes to get in the zone, or a celebrity who's getting ready to perform, closing the eyes to get in the zone. And we can visualize ourselves emitting the higher level of energy, all the while knowing that the energy of the other person is not our responsibility. Their energy is their energy, and mine is mine. And we all have the choice to stay with it or leave it. And if the choice is to stay with it, and we notice our energy levels dropping, we can go to our breath. We can go to some visualization. We can do an opening and smiling meditation. Or we can choose to let their energy wash over us, knowing that when we walk away, we have the skills to raise our energy again. We know that raising that energy is important for our health, both mental and physical health. And on many levels, our spiritual health. Because when we are centered, when we are bringing the sun rays or the breath or the visualization into our awareness, we are automatically intending to change that energy. It's when we let go of that intention, or when we let go of the knowledge that we have that inner wisdom, that we become stuck. We start that recording in our minds. I can't get out of this mood. I can't change this. But in fact, we've all been in circumstances where we actually have changed it, where we've dropped into our breath. We've spent some time in mindfulness practice. And so with that knowledge, we are empowering ourselves to work with what is and where we need to go to be unstuck. And sometimes it might be that when we finish with that person who has challenged our energy vibration, we seek assistance in nature. We watch that beautiful bird in the tree with curiosity, not with attachment, but curiosity. What are they doing? What are they building? What are they saying in their song? Or we touch a tree to feel that magnificent, powerful energy from the tree, where we can actually seek guidance from the tree. Because the tree is helping us to tap into our inner wisdom. We can sit with our back against the tree. We can pick something out of our garden and use our sense of taste to be centered in the present moment. Just imagining the beauty of what you've grown, the contribution that you've made to yourself and to the groundhog. We can call in all of the things that we know empower us because we have that wisdom. And so for the next little while, as we sit in silence, we can do whatever we need in this moment. Focus on our breath, visualize the sun, give ourselves that empowerment of maybe some loving kindness. And if in that silence some challenging vibrations or challenging thoughts come into our awareness, we know that we can just be curious. That's interesting. And then let it go. So we'll sit in some silence until you hear my voice again. Sure. May our minds be filled with beauty and wonder. May our hearts be filled with compassion and empathy. And may our bodies be well and mobile.